Hey everybody, it's Tim Hinton, the Beast of the Marching Arts. I am the host of the Marching Roundtable podcast, the creator of Marching Arts Education, and we are here to talk about this huge webinar series happening this summer. Marching Arts Education is partnering with Drum Corps International to present an entire summer of webinars each day during the summer, weekdays during the summer. A different drum corps is going to be featured. They're going to be sharing educational stuff. They're going to be sharing their corps experience. 4 different sessions from each corps on their day. So you get a taste of that corps. You get to find out what their corps experience is like. And every day it's going to be completely different. So we're here to talk about that schedule. We're going to tell you all the corps that have signed up so far. There are more that are still signing on and working on and joining us as we speak. Tonight, to launch this schedule announcement, I have 3 people who are here, young people representing drum corps. So, hey, everybody, thanks for being here.
Hi, Tim. Thanks for having us.
And so right over here on this side, I'm trying to figure out how to point. On this side, Claire Wilcox from Phantom Regiment. Claire, how are you doing?
I'm doing well. I'm super excited that we as members of our corps are going to get to have some engagement still with the community, even with the season canceled. So it's really exciting that we can still connect in that way through these webinars. So thank you for having us.
That's cool. Thank you. That's our whole thing is let's keep everybody engaged with drum corps all summer and all these wonderful corps brands that we have out there. Okay, Andrew Blomfelt. Andrew, how are you?
Doing great, Tim. Again, thank you.
You're here representing the battalion, so thank you so much for doing that tonight.
Yeah, I'm really excited to show off what we put together next Tuesday. It's going to be cool.
It's very cool. So, and then also here, Thea Kilbane. How are you, Thea?
I'm good. I'm so excited for this webinar and for so many people to see what we have in store for the drum corps season of 2020.
Absolutely, absolutely. So the reason that these folks are here representing these 3 corps is these are the corps that are starting off the whole webinar series, the DCI Summer of Learning. On Monday, June 1st, is Phantom Regiment. Tuesday, the Battalion. And Wednesday is Madison Scouts. So they are here representing those corps. And we are here to talk about the whole calendar, the schedule, how it works and everything. So guys, thank you guys so much for being here. I'm so excited. Now I'm going to put you on the side for a minute and can explain a couple things. The calendar is ongoing. The schedule is being built all the time. A lot of June is filled in. In fact, pretty much all of June is completely packed in. So we're going to tell you which corps on which day, all through June, and then what's going to be happening in July as well. But the way this has happened is, as you can understand, the corps are super busy. They have tons of stuff going on already. Even though they're not out touring like we wish they were, they're still engaging with their members in a really big way. And almost every corps is doing lots of educational stuff. They have online materials. We'll be telling you about all of those things because you can experience some of those things and take advantage of them yourself. So there's a different corps each day. So even though the calendar is getting filled in, you can't sign up for everything, but you can sign up for a bunch of the sessions already starting right now. So let's talk about what's going on. As I mentioned, next week is Phantom Regiment, and then Battalion, and then Madison Scouts. And then on Friday, we're having special stuff with movement, choreography for winds and percussionists. We're having a special Friday, Front Ensemble Friday with Front Ensemble special things. And then we have Inside the Circle with Matt Harloff every Friday, special winds segments. But I'm going to tell you what the calendar looks like after that. Just briefly run down it. You can go to marchingartseducation.com/DCI 2020. You can see the schedule. You can read about all the different sessions that are planned. You can see about all the stuff happening on Fridays. That's all there. If you just go to marchingartseducation.com, right there on the homepage, it's a big banner, DCI Summer Learning. Click on that. It'll take you right there. The second week, starting on June 8th, start with Blue Stars. On Tuesday, we have Jersey Surf. On Wednesday is Spirit of Atlanta, and you can already sign up for the Spirit of Atlanta sessions. And on Thursday, the Cadets. And we're posting them right now, so you can sign up for them starting tomorrow. So we're going to be adding the ability to sign up pretty much every single day. And if you go to the main page at marchingartseducation.com/DCI 2020, there's a place there where you can actually sign up to be notified whenever we add new content. So you can wait for the corps that you're most excited about to see when they get added. The third week on June 15th, we have Mandarins, Impulse, Boston Crusaders, and Southwind. And Southwind is already a corps that you can sign up to watch their webinar series that they have planned. The next week on June 22nd, Heatwave, Pacific Crest, a to be determined spot, and then Gold. So we're so excited. Every corps was given the opportunity to do this, and so many of them have signed up. And then the last week of June, we have Music City, Seattle Cascades, Rhythm City Rhythm. I wrote that down wrong. River City Rhythm, of course. And then again, every Friday we have special movement stuff, special front ensemble stuff, and special stuff with Matt Harloff from Inside the Circle. In July, we have Cavaliers and Legends already signed up. And if you didn't hear the name of a corps that you really like or that you're excited about, they're probably working on it right now, because what's happened, it's an ongoing thing. We've been in touch with the corps. A lot of them are saying we're in, but we don't have a date yet. Or if they have a date, they're still putting their sessions together. So that's why the schedule is going to be ongoing. Just keep checking back on the page at the website, or like I said, sign up, and we'll keep letting you know when new corps are signed up and when their stuff is available to register for. So, wow, that was a lot, but very excited about all these corps. Like I said, if you didn't hear a name of a corps that you like, we're probably in negotiations with them, and they're figuring it all out. So I talked long enough. Let's go back to these wonderful representatives of the corps. Claire, I'm going to start with you because Phantom Regiment is on Monday. Do you know why the Phantom Regiment is first off? Do you have any suspicion?
I don't.
Did you know that you're not the only one that marched in the Phantom Regiment that's on this webinar tonight? This presentation.
Well, of course.
I'm an alumni. Did you know?
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, that's my corps. I mean, I marched the regiment for 3 years, way back in the 80s.
What
we
years
rode around
did you
on
march?
dinosaurs,
I'm curious.
show to show. No, I'm just kidding. But so Claire, let's talk about the Phantom Regiment. They're doing 4 segments on Monday, June 1st. The brass staff is doing about creating that Phantom sound that we all love. Then there's a leadership team, which you're going to be a part of, which Fran Kick, the wonderful guru of motivation and student leadership, is going to be a part of that. Then the marketing and fundraising session with the marketing team from Phantom Regiment. They do a great job with that stuff. We all want to know more about how to market our program and get fundraising, especially. And then that evening, there's a color guard session with the color guard and movement staff, and there's going to be a special surprise guest on Monday night, which I can't say anything else about, or I'd spoil it. But Claire, you're going to be a part of the leadership team thing. So thank you for being a part of that.
Yeah, I'm super excited for that. It'll be myself, along with our Horn Sergeant Kevin, Hannah Reese, who has been a guard captain for what seems like forever, along with Megan Rauter, who is a fantastic member of our front ensemble and huge leader in the drum corps. And they're some of the best leaders I've ever worked with. So getting to kind of sit down with them again, and you, along with getting questions from the community that we can talk about, I'm super excited. So.
Yeah, and Fran Kick's going to be there to sort of facilitate the whole conversation.
Of course, I love talking to him.
Yeah, and I'm glad it's a question and answer, because that's part of this whole thing. I'm glad you brought that up. You who are watching, you can sign up to watch live. These are live webinars. Now, if you can't see them live, they're always recorded and you can see them next day. So everything's always going to be available from the next day on for the rest of time that you can watch if you miss it. But if you can watch live, then you get to interact. You get to talk to the guests. You get to ask questions. You can type them in, or we can turn on your mic like a radio show. So Claire, are you ready to get questions from the DCI universe about Phantom Regiment and about your conducting?
Yeah, I definitely have gotten more used to the being questioned in this community. I get a lot of those over social media and in my DMs. So this is definitely not new to me, getting these questions, but having that opportunity to do it live, I don't know that I've really sat down in this type of environment and done a live question and answer that's open to the community in any sense other than just being interviewed. So this will be kind of a new experience and just setting for me personally. Well,
and don't be stressed out about it, because there's somebody from our team, and of course we have Fran Kick, and we're going to be monitoring the questions and stuff. So there won't be any like calculus questions or anything, I promise. That
thank God.
I don't think that would be all that interesting, at least not to me. Mathematicians, I apologize. I know you might love it. So that's awesome, Claire. Thank you. Then on Tuesday, the battalion has their day. I love that we have an open class corps right there off the bat on that first week. The first session is the battalion percussion experience with Shiloh Stroman and his whole team. Then developing student-led culture, which we're going to talk about with Andrew. Then we have, now this is cool, brass instrument repair and cleaning. How helpful is that? Like, the battalion is bringing this. They have a specialist to this, and they're going to be talking about that. And then also they're going to talk about how the battalion came to be. And I got to tell you guys, I get asked a lot as sort of somebody that talks about this stuff all the time. I get asked a lot, like, I'm thinking about starting a drum corps and I have no idea what to do. So I think it'll be really interesting to hear the battalion team talk about sort of how they started a corps and how they put it together and how it's going very well for them. So Andrew, you're here representing battalion. So that looks like a really fun day.
Yeah, I'm especially excited for that session on how the battalion came to be because, I might be biased, but those guys who started us and got me involved on our first season are some of the best in the business. And to hear their wisdom every day that I'm out on tour has been something invaluable to me. So I'm really excited to see them share that with the world next Tuesday. It'll be cool.
Absolutely. And they're talking about developing a student-led culture. So the students in the Corps have a lot of importance and run a lot of things within the organization, right?
Exactly. So the idea behind that is we talk about culture a lot and how to create a culture that you want within your own program, whether you're a student or a director. But to get members to buy in and be the advocates of that culture and to be the ones propelling it into the future is something I don't think we talk enough about. So we're going to discuss, how to design a culture that the students feel like they own, so that they feel like they own a part of their corps, their band, their whatever program, and how they can continue to inspire that year after year without having to reintroduce these concepts all the time.
Absolutely. And, I just mentioned things that people ask me all the time. A lot of times people want to know how you build this culture of excellence. These programs that have these amazing success, they're like, how did they build that culture? Why is that indoor drumline from that high school always so amazing? And so we've done a lot of conversations about building the culture, and that's always something that people are really interested in. And I've never heard one of those conversations where I didn't think like, oh, wow, that's really helpful advice. So again, that's going to be a really fun session. So Andrew, I'm excited. Battalion's in our first week.
Yeah, it's going to be really exciting. We're honored to, have this opportunity to be shown so early on. It's going to be a really great experience, and I hope someone can get something out of it.
Absolutely. And you can sign up to watch the Phantom Regiment session or the battalion session or the Madison Scout session. You can sign up for those right now at marchingartseducation.com. Just click on the homepage. There's a big banner about the DCI Summer of Learning. It'll take you to the page where you can find this course schedule and you can sign up. By the way, the courses that are available right now, you can sign up for all 4 at one time. We're trying to make this easy for you. So if you just know, I want to see all 4 sessions, or I think I want to see all 4 sessions, you can sign up for all 4, boom, at one time. It saves a lot of sort of checkout time. All I like to do is put in your name and your email, and you're in, and you can sign up for anything you want to. Now, Thea, Madison Scouts on Wednesday, everybody loves the Madison Scouts, right? Like, is it not like I've never met anybody that doesn't like the Madison Scouts. I'm just going to say that, they're so amazing. So what do you do with the Corps?
Well, I'm a conductor this year, so this is my first year ever of drum corps, and obviously my first year at the Madison Scouts. And I mean, during my very short experience thus far, I've learned so much about what drum corps really is and what the conductor role really is about. Because as Claire was saying a little earlier, this responsibility is there's so much to it, and you don't really get that experience unless you're in it. And Madison Scouts has really created that environment for me to really grow and to learn to be really vulnerable in those things and to take this new experience and really make it my own, because it is a little nerve-wracking being in this position in this 83-year-long history. So it is so special, and I'm very, very grateful to be a part of it.
Absolutely. And actually all 3 of the young people I have on here tonight were drum majors were drum majors with their corps. Am I right about that, Andrew?
Yes.
Okay. Thought so. So do you want to talk about that? The responsibility of there's this, this drum corps, and there's this history, and the fans have all these expectations. Like, is that daunting when you're out there representing the corps?
Yeah, definitely. That can be a daunting thing to experience. I will never forget my first summer. My dad actually also marched Phantom Regiment for a time in the 80s in 1987. And I remember after my very first performance in uniform, our dress rehearsal, he had driven up to watch and support me in. He told me, he kind of had this heart-to-heart with me about that experience. And we talked about this specifically, where he said, you have all of this history that you are a part of and you're representing, but don't feel like you have to hold that up. But instead, you're standing on the shoulders of those people. And that is a fortress that you kind of get to be a part of rather than a weight you have to carry, which is something that has really stuck with me, to feel so proud of getting to be a part of such a rich history and culture that is the Phantom Regiment.
Those are very wise words. I like that a lot. Wow. Dad, I'm impressed, especially
He's a smart guy.
to the alumni. Taya, does that make you feel better? Like, it's like it is a responsibility, but also it's yours. It's yours to do, it's yours to enjoy.
Oh, totally. I don't think any of us would even auditioned if we didn't want to do it in that way of gaining that experience, and it truly is overwhelming at times, but it is such a fulfilling feeling and satisfying feeling at the very end of it. And that is what you take out of it, and you need those hard moments. You need those moments that push you even further. And just because they help you be a better person. And that's what drum corps really does, no matter where you end up.
Yeah, absolutely. I can tell you that. I mean, I marched many, many moons ago, but it was so formative and important to my life and the lessons I learned there. People say that all the time, but it's really true. That's why we're all so passionate about it, because it made such an impact on our lives. Andrew, do you have any special drum major memories from the battalion time?
I mean, for me, this whole experience, I didn't have any history to build off of. I am the one who got to lay a foundation to what is those traditions going to be going into the future, and what are those shoulders going to be like that the future is going to stand on. And I got to do that with so many incredible people that all offered incredible insights, and got to build this into a fantastic organization that I can look back and be really proud to see going on. It's a really cool thing to watch now that I'm aged out and on the other side of it.
Yeah, that's a really cool position to be in too. Like, you're creating something new and exciting, and setting up sort of all these precedents for the future. So that seems kind of daunting in its own way.
Exactly. And I think that's what makes our session unique is, me, Kylie Lincoln, Colin Moore, the 3 drum majors that are going to be a part of that. We had to sit down on day one when no members of the battalion had ever gotten together and be like, how are they going to interact? So to have that experience, I think, puts it into perspective in a neat way.
That's very cool. By the way, I didn't say what the Madison Scouts are going to be talking about. So here's their sessions. They're doing a leadership session on building trust in teams. Then they're doing a health session. This is all based around MadU, which is what they're calling their Madison University stuff all summer. They're doing the online learning. So much good stuff at Madison. Anyway, the second session, get this, mindfulness. I love this. This is important, and this is going to be helpful to everybody, especially right now. Then they're doing one on design called a team approach to collaborative design, because they do have a really cool way that their whole design team works together and collaborates on things, kind of unique. And then in the evening, performance, laying a foundation for excellence. And gosh, we all want that. So that's going to be really cool. Taya, I'm excited about Madison Day.
Me too. Oh my gosh. It's so fun. For the last 2 months, I think now, we've really dove right into all the activities and all the things that the staff has put together for us. And I mean, it's such a great thing to know that your staff cares that much about the program, especially during this time, and making sure that we're all staying united in that way. And they still make it interactive, even though we're thousands of miles away from each other on a computer screen like we are now. And it gives us a time to get us to know, for everyone to get to know each other past that surface level. And I think that's the thing that we're all worrying about not getting that experience this year, is that real true connection with people. So they're doing a great job at that. And I'm very happy to be part of that. It's awesome.
Yeah, it's very cool. And I got to tell you, it's so impressive. I mean, I've been talking to all these different corps trying to plan their sessions. Like I said, a lot of them are still planning them right now. So that's why you can't sign up for every session yet. A lot of them are still building this, talking to their team. What do they want to talk about? And the other thing I'll say is every day of this summer, each corps, it's going to be completely different. I mean, there's one group talking about a cooking segment, and I'm like, I want to find out how you cook for like 250 people. I can't cook for me. So like, it's all very, very interesting. And then there's all kinds of things that you can't even begin to think about are going to be happening all summer. So as the schedule is built, we will add more and more practically every day. In fact, I think it's probably going to be every day. We're going to add at least another corps, probably 2 or 3. So just stay tuned to that page at marchingartseducation.com/DCI 2020. You can go there. And there's a place, like I said, on the side where you can sign up to be notified, so that as we're adding new corps and their content, and you can sign up for those sessions, you'll be able to do that. Also, you'll be able to know about it, so you can go and sign up. And also, every Friday, special segments on movement, learning choreography for musicians, and then for Ensemble Friday, where there's certain front ensemble, like the best people in the front ensemble world, are going to be doing clinics and showing you how they do all the stuff, how they teach the stuff. And Matt Harloff from Inside the Circle is going to be doing a segment about wind playing. So it's a lot of content going on all summer, and everything's live and you can watch it live. But if you can't see it, it's all recorded and available the next day. So what I'm going to do to wrap this up, again, thanks everybody for watching, is I'm going to go to each of you guys. And I just want to ask you, like, why do you love your corps, or why do you love drum corps, or why did you go to the trouble, or what did you get out of it? Something about your time with drum corps that you want to mention as we're going, because as I said before, our main premise of this whole thing is let's keep everybody engaged with Drum Corps, with Drum Corps International. The people at Drum Corps International are working tirelessly to keep everything going, to make it work. We want every corps to be around in 2021 when hopefully we're all back on the field and we're all back enjoying the shows. So we're here to help those and to help each corps present their corps brand, their corps experience. They're going to be talking about, here's how you can help us. Here's where you can donate. Here's where you can buy our core t-shirt to help us out. Here's where you can find all the stuff we're doing this summer online. We're going to be pointing you to all these resources through these corps. So I'm going to go around. Andrew, I'll start with you from the battalion. Thanks for being here. Anything you want to say about the Drum Corps experience or about your corps?
Drum Corps experience is all about the people that you do it with at the end of the day. So anything that we can continue to do to engage the community within our groups, people who have already auditioned, the corps that still is in 2020, anything that you can do as individual members, as staff, to continue to pull those groups together and interact with them in really genuine ways is going to give an experience that's similar to what would have happened this summer in Drum Corps. It's all about the people, and that's not something that disappears, luckily, with our technology nowadays.
That's awesome. So, and all of you that are now huge fans of Andrew can see him next Tuesday on one of the segments. So sign up for that starting right now at marchingartseducation.com. Thea from the Madison Scouts, so excited to have you here representing them. What do you want to say about Drum Corps or about Madison?
Yeah, so this was supposed to be a huge year for Madison, clearly. This is the first year that we were finally gender inclusive. And I mean, it's still very overwhelming to me that I'm one of the first women to lead the Madison Scouts along with two other women next to me. Mad U is our kind of a virtual drum corps sort of thing, and it happens about 4 times a week. We do lessons and master classes, and we have leadership sessions. We do fitness, we do audio engineering and design, and just kind of a lot of what Tim was talking about earlier about Mad U. And it's available to anyone who is interested in Drum Corps, anyone who's interested in Madison Scouts. I highly recommend it no matter what. If you like the Blue Coats or the Phantom Regiment or the Battalion or whatever, it is an experience of a lifetime. You're going to get a great Drum Corps experience virtually. And if you just go to madisonscouts.org or go to the Facebook page, you'll find way more information about that to get started on that. But it is a great way too to meet vets and to meet the current members and to potentially also audition for the 2021 season too. So it's super flexible and you learn so much. It's just so much more in depth, I think, than you would get in the summer, just talking wise and historical wise of the Madison Scouts as well. So it's been so fun diving in to all of the rich history in the last couple of months.
That's amazing. I'd love that. I mean, did you guys hear that? Like the same team that was going to be working their butts off all summer, helping them learn and perfect the show and tour and everything, they've channeled all that into 4 days a week of virtual stuff that we can all, like, that's amazing. Our activity is amazing. Our community is amazing. And they constantly astonish me all the time when I'm talking to somebody in an interview about the show they put together or how they're teaching something or that they're marching and how did you possibly do that without killing yourself? It's all the same. And now we're all channeling that. And if you're kind of bummed out about the DCI season, and we all kind of are, here's a silver lining, right? Like they're still sharing their expertise and their love of the activity. And that's what we're trying to do too. So I love that, Thea. It's so cool what they're doing at Madison. And I can't wait. I mean, it's not going to be long before we're going to have Madison back on the field and we'll be watching you and we'll be cheering everybody on. So I'm excited about it. It's very cool. I love Drum Corps. I love that we're doing this. Claire Wilcox from Phantom Regiment. What you want to say anything about Drum Corps or the regiment?
Yeah, I just kind of want to echo what both Andrew and Thea said, that really right now is a perfect time to get involved in the activity, whether you are too old to march or just young enough. I think that a lot of times, especially for young people who are interested in the activity, it looks like this kind of distant, far off dream that you could never yourself be a part of. And I was one of those people once upon a time as well. But really taking that first step is the hardest and the most rewarding thing that you could possibly do. And if you are too old to march now, there are so many other ways you could be involved with the activity. And that's really what we need right now in such a strange time, is to kind of hunker down as an activity and come together and join it and be a part of it in any and all ways you can, whether that be at a world-class level or at other corps that don't get the same publicity that they deserve. So just be a part of the activity is all I could say right now.
That's a great message. I love that. And that's sort of the whole goal of this, is to let every corps have a platform. Of course, they already have great platforms. So we're trying to say, hey, let's remember how much we love Drum Corps. They're sharing with us. Every day is going to be a different experience because every corps is different and what they're going to be presenting is different. It's going to be really, really great. So go to marchingartseducation.com. Click on the graphic right there on the main page. It'll take you right to the DCI Summer of Learning page. You can see how you can sign up, what corps are there. There, like I said, if you don't see a corps there that you love, don't worry. We're probably working on that in the background. They're soon going to have their name up there on a date. And the ones that have dates, not all of them have their schedule yet, but they're working on that. And as soon as we have it, it'll be posted and you can sign up to watch it. So next week, we start with Phantom Regiment, Battalion, and Madison Scouts. Claire, Andrew, and Thea, thank you guys so much for being here to have this conversation. It's going to be a great summer.
Thank you, Tim.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Thanks everybody for watching. Support DCI and all these corps all summer. Thanks a whole lot.